the party is over. 100% over. What Ford's surprise canceling of EV production in favor of profitable ICE vehicles. This is perfect. We are winning. Not only did Ford roll back their EV vehicles, they are stopping producing them. Ford, I have never loved another company so much. And I love this magazine. Profitable, air quotes. Yeah, because EVs suck. No one wants EVs. EVs suck. I will keep my internal combustion car forever. Try and rip my Prius out of my hands. I will run you over with it, okay? This is perfect. Thought that growth was gonna continue. No, EVs suck. No one wants EVs. I don't want EVs. You don't want EVs. They're not profitable. And car companies like Ford, real car companies, not bloatware like Tesla that can't even come out with a damn car without recalling it 50 times. Real car companies are finally discontinuing cars that are not selling, that are nothing, right? This is truly happening, and it's an American car company doing it, which hopefully shows GM that, number one, they're not being behind, they're being reasonable by canceling their EVs, and maybe shows the stupidest person I have ever met, Carlos Trevevas, that maybe, dude, maybe you shouldn't sacrifice profits in 3 different American car companies so that you can feel good inside about promoting a technology that doesn't help the environment. There's no time for editing. If this doesn't have an intro, I don't care. I'm not editing this. This is breaking news, and I'm posting it right now. YouTube, try and take it down. Electric car companies are finally realizing that no one wants EVs. No one wants them. There might even be a talk about, I would have to think that most dealers just hate to service any type of EV. That is true. It always seems like a hassle to them, mainly because I'm not paying for basic services like oil changes. No, that's not why they're upset. It's because these EVs are radically different and they were trained on gas combustion engine cars. Anyway, no hate to that poster. Internet is crazy. It's a shame that I have to say that. But yes, plan to shift production in Oakville, Ontario factory in Canada from electric sports vehicles to gas-powered pickup trucks. This is what we want. This is winning. EVs are crashing, and I hope we can only band together and hope that these stupid, idiotic car companies like Stellantis, GM, Volkswagen, Polestar, all these dumb car companies turn away from EVs and start making real cars. No more RC cars, real cars. Because you want to know what? All of you that are planning on leaving a stupid comment arguing with me about EVs and the thing, they're not, first of all, just points why we don't like EVs. They're not renewable. Number 2, EV mandates are terrible. Mandates are, people, the government is all about whining about, these magical inventions that are happening. Then stop mandating stuff. Mandating is the killer of engineering. Hydrogen cars, if you had California, I'm speaking to you right now. If you wouldn't have mandated EVs, I am 100% sure that hydrogen-powered vehicles would have taken off much better than they did. These stupid, idiotic mandates are forcing car companies to throw away hundreds of years of heritage and hundreds of years of STEM, engineering, rethinking, doing all of that, just to make some stupid thing that doesn't even work. It doesn't save the environment. It's not profitable. The only thing that we're getting out of this is nothing. You're not getting anything out of making EVs. Ford, what do they get? They get lower prices, right? A lot of people in my comments, there was a guy, he whined, he was like, the reason why they're not making small cars anymore is because they don't have high profit margins. And EVs do? You think EVs have high profit margins? No, it's only when people like GM skyrocket the price up to $60,000 for a tiny little, crossover, bite-sized EV. That's when they're making a profit on that. When they're, rear-ending their own customers. Ford, congratulations. You are one of the smartest companies ever. Toyota's been doing this. This is what Toyota, they're really good at doing this, right? Toyota takes the, we don't care and we're not going to talk about it approach. EVs. They never said we're going to cancel EVs. They never said we're not making EVs. They didn't. They did it with their actions. That's how Toyota has avoided, creating a union for the workers. Toyota has avoided a lot of the stuff that they want to avoid because they're not like these other companies like Loudmouths that just blah, 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 blah. And then people get outraged about it and then public outrage and then boycotts and all that. Toyota just shuts up. They're just like, hey, if we don't want people to know about it, we're not going to talk about it. Even if 2 people know about it, we're not going to issue an entire statement and then everyone knows about it. Toyota just shuts up. They don't talk. They don't talk. And that's what I love about Toyota. You're never going to find a political statement or anything from Toyota. Toyota will do what Toyota wants to do, and if you don't like it, fine. Go away. They're still the biggest car company in the world because that's how they do business. Toyota does business like a real company, and I think Ford is coming around. Car companies, you have to realize, it doesn't get better. That's the first time anyone is probably using that sentence for a good reason. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. There's no way it can get better from here. Solid state batteries are at least 12 years in the future. If you can't even get the US government, right, to stop, if you have this mindset, which I don't, to stop drilling for oil and doing all that stuff, you can't even get them to do that. You think they're going to change the entire power grid of the gigantic United States over to EV? Not going to happen, and it shouldn't happen because that's stupid, right? No, that's not going to happen. It actually doesn't get better. I'm sorry, it does. There's no upway from this, right? The more companies, the more companies that make EVs, there's just more competition for high-priced expensive car models, right? That's all that's gonna happen. That's it. I'm sorry. There's not much else to say. It actually doesn't get better from here. I don't see a single world. Yes, the sun could get knocked out of the sky and then we can't drill for oil or whatever. Yeah, that could happen, but is it going to? No. Not gonna happen. It actually doesn't get better. And car companies like Ford are realizing this. Hopefully the Mach-E, the F-150 Lightning gets done. And Ford stock people say, oh, it's gonna take a huge jump. It's actually went up. It's actually went decently up. By not a lot, but still up. Up is good. We've seen right as soon as the article, whoop, right up. People don't want EVs. People will never want EVs. People will never like EVs. That's the truth, right? That's the truth. Ford US number sales. Look at these abysmal sales. 4,000 for the Mach-E. Really? 4,000 for the Lightning, and then the E-Transit's only selling 271 models. That's ridiculous. And here's another thing. These Chinese EVs that everyone, they were so panicked about. Oh, Chinese EVs, they're going to steal the market. Yada, yada, yada. I'm sure every single one of those EV car companies weren't, real. You think VinFast is here to actually make money? I'm sure they were just here to, light a fire under the butts of the American car companies to get them to make more EVs and get more people to adapt. That's probably the entire reason why they started. No wonder they're going under. They probably served their purpose or anything. I'm not a conspiracy theorist thing, but from all the data I've seen, it's very likely that they're doing that. EV owners face software blackouts as startups go under in China. Again, like I said, these businesses of, like VinFast, just, gee, come on, more cars, produce them, just keep bringing them out. That's not sustainable at all. It's not sustainable. That's never going to be sustainable. No wonder they're going under. And also, everyone's so worried about China being a competitor to the US, which that is a problem. Their economy sucks. They're going what we went through in 2008 right now. They're building homes. No one wants to buy them. No one can buy them. China's economy isn't great. Stop worrying about them, okay? We have much more worrying things here at home than China. Yes, they can be an issue. Right now, they're taking care of themselves, right? With their economy, there's not much we really need to do. And then look at this. I have just opened their website. And guess what I see? Powerful V8s, a legacy we're keeping alive. Not talking about EVs, they're not crapping that out. F-150, the first truck they're advertising. Then F-150 Lightning, then Edge. That's perfect. Wow, perfect, brilliant. The Bronco and the Maverick. Those are the first EV car we've seen here is the F-150 Lightning. There's a Mach-E here, but other than that, hybrid. Show me the hybrids, electric, diesel, gas and EcoBoost. They have finally just said EVs, they're not profitable, they don't sell, we don't like them. And I am sure, I'm going to open Reddit in a few hours. Ford hates the environment. Ford, they're so right-wing, they need to be stopped. They're such idiots. Again, I'm not making this political. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't care what side of the spectrum Ford is on. They're just not profitable. Money is money. That, at the end of the day, money still means money no matter where you are, anywhere. And that's never going to change. No matter how many mandates, how many handouts, how many crap you give out, it's always going to be the same. It actually doesn't get better for any of these car companies. No wonder Ford's leaving. No wonder Toyota didn't even start in the first place. So, with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm getting this thing out right now, because this is actually what's happening, right? People can't deny it anymore. Car companies don't want to make EVs, right? And an example right now is Ford. Car companies do it. Tesla, I think Tesla's fine. Polestar and Tesla are fine because they're specialty EVs, right? They're not trying to get everyone to adapt them. They're just, cool cars. It's like Pagani, right? Paganis are really cool. they're not suggesting that everyone should have a Pagani, right? They're your own little unique sporty car company, right? And they don't use EVs because they're like saving the environment so great. It's because they're fast. They're always something else. Saving the environment, it's not true, and it's a very small part of their advertising. So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Ford, I'm gonna buy a Ford. I'm gonna buy a Ford.